What's up, world? Another episode of Movie Showdowns, and this time we're going to discuss Wonder Woman and how she holds up in her new standalone movie. Stay tuned. We're about to do it now. What's up, world? It's Ali Zakka here, and you're listening to another episode or watching another episode of Movie Showdown. I'm here today with Antoine Payne, Code 9 Gaming, and before we get started, I'll give you a rundown of what Movie Showdown is about. It's a series, a review series, where a friend and I, family member and I, discuss a movie, new or old, and pretty much give you a review on it. Sometimes we may agree, sometimes we disagree. It is what it is. Also, before we get started, we also have a grading system. The A through F grading system, the old high school, college grading system. Plus and minuses do work, they do matter, so you can use them in your grading. But get started on Wonder Woman. So I'm about to give a review of it, like a synopsis. And kind of like correct me if you think I'm right, or like pitching what could be mixed or fixed, or if I miss anything. So here we go. Wonder Woman. DC's first ever female superhero. You can fact check me on that. I believe she's the first ever Superwoman superhero, female superhero, and this is her origin tale. We learn about Wonder Woman, how she became who she is, and pretty much her journey on becoming the superhero that she is today in the DC universe, DC movie universe. I guess I can say, this is her back in the past, running through
her origin,
but like her World War I, and like what she goes through, and how like in her origin she's pretty much also trying to stop World War I from continuing on and try to end the war. Was
that World War I?
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Nazis were too.
No, they're in both.
Oh, okay.
This is the Ottoman Empire, which they're not in.
I see.
The World War II and World War I.
That's wild.
Yeah, which is that pretty much the review? That's the synopsis.
Scene. That's the entire time setting. They rarely leave that. Yeah.
Put that on paper. That looks like Wonder Woman. What's about?
First superhero. Female
origin
story. Phantasma.
Yeah. Wait, besides who?
Is it like Phantasma? I pulled it up on here. Phantoma, Mystery Woman of the Jungle, is the first female superhero.
Oh.
She was in 1940.
Who's her? Who made her?
The
DC?
It doesn't say. Let me see who the first DC one is.
I thought it was Wonder Woman.
DC introduced their first. That's the first comic.
Female comic book hero.
Yeah, it just says the writer that she was created by. First known female superhero. Oh, yeah, I guess she's part of DC's.
Yeah. Oh.
Phantoma.
And then Wonder Woman came in, the 40s, I believe?
This is when she came in as the 40s.
Go to Wonder Woman's first issue.
Wonder Woman first.
Issue 1. I guess debut issues probably was. Interesting. But, yeah, you put that on paper, though, it really doesn't really sound like
It doesn't sound like a movie review.
Yeah.
It's DC's first female superhero movie.
Standalone movie.
Yeah, standalone movie. Wonder Woman's origins. You learn where she came from, because you always hear about her being a lady of the Amazons. You always hear about her screaming out her mother's name. You don't hear anything about Gaia. And that's one thing she always praying to Gaia?
I don't know that much about Wonder Woman's character, like her full-on character, to know that much about her. Which also why I brought you here today too, because you're not really big into Wonder Woman. You're not huge. Yeah. You're not really a huge Wonder Woman fan or big comic book guy in general. You know the gist to get you through. So with that being said, somebody who doesn't really know all the background story, know certain characters. I know Wonder Woman's power and her ability, and what's her goals and stuff like that. But what do you think as the character of Wonder Woman herself, just in this movie? Like, you think they held up well? They
did.
related to everybody?
As far as what I've seen as Wonder Woman, when I've played the video games of her, when you see her in TV shows or cartoon shows at least, she always prays to Gaia by the strength of Gaia, and then she starts attacking. So I was expecting to see at least one prayer out of her, but she didn't pray at all. No religious background on this Wonder Woman. And then it was nice to see how they made her. Wonder Woman always has this oblivious side to her. She doesn't know what's going on in the world because she's not from it. She's been locked off in Amazon and Amazonia, and it was pretty cool to see her grow as into Wonder Woman. And it wasn't like they told her from birth, you are a Wonder Woman, like you have these powers. They were like, no, maybe if she doesn't know about it, we'll just never need to worry about it. Yeah. And then they just grew her into it. So as far as that being towards Wonder Woman and her powers, they did good on growing her into her powers, but they were kind of, what am I looking for as far as
fan service?
Fan service.
Like they were hitting the comic book fans a little more in this, or it wasn't. It was like staying away from the comic book fans. Like,
I don't think they went towards the comic book fans at all. I haven't read that many comic books, but I don't think they went towards the comic book fans.
So you think her character was done well in this movie?
Yeah, as far as building Wonder Woman for a movie, bringing her into the movie light, giving her that space, they did good. They can definitely bring in another one of Wonder Woman, and hopefully, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but
that'll be the next episode, the next part of this video.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot, the woman who played Wonder Woman. What do you think? I thought she did a great job in this movie. She hit Wonder Woman on the nail. Like, she pretty much embodied Wonder Woman. Like, I can see her like how Robert Downey Jr. is now Tony Stark forever.
Yeah.
She will be Wonder Woman forever. Like, I don't think you can put anybody else in that role and have them do well.
There's two people that I believe would replace her as a better Wonder Woman, and that's the Hermione from Harry Potter. I think she could come in and do a great role on Wonder Woman. And who else? What is her name? What is her name? What movie is she in? The one who did, no, not Halle Berry. I was going to say Catwoman.
You mean Princess Diaries? She's in Batman. She's in Catwoman Batman trilogy?
I think, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anne Hathaway? Anne Hathaway?
Is that who I'm talking about? Let me see.
You about to set the internet on fire.
I know, right?
You're about to set the internet on fire.
They yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
I think that would have been a very interesting way to do Wonder Woman. She doesn't have to build for it. That's all. That person. What's her name?
Gal Gadot.
Galaga.
Gal
Gadot. Gal Gadot. She was good. She voiced her role well. She had the facial expressions down because Wonder Woman is clueless. Wonder Woman is the most clueless superhero out there.
I don't say the most clueless, but she's learning. She's learning about the culture and what's going on in the world. I don't say she's the most clueless because there's other characters out there who's dumber than she.
Wonder Woman and Captain America are like the most clueless ones. Captain America learned so fast though because he's from here. But Wonder Woman, she played her facial expressions well. What is this? She had the body build of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's why I think Gal Gadot was perfect. Because in her reactions, because that's one thing I do like about this movie was the facial expressions of people in this movie. Like Gal Gadot, Chris Pine.
They did a lot of communicating with their face as well.
Chris Pine, who's the guy that she meets in this movie, and you see in the commercials, Chris Pine is named Steve, and he's the British soldier who was trying to infiltrate the Germans to figure out what they were trying to do in World War II, and his ship crash lands on the island, which the commercial showed you all this.
I'm wondering, did the ship crash because he passed through the field? Because we're not gonna get to that part yet. But he did a great part in his role. Like
he's a little comic relief. DC movies don't have a lot of comedy in it.
No.
So he was that one guy who had his little quick whips in there, and he's like, oh, that's see, that I chuckled at that. He got a chuckle out of me. But his facial expression, Gal's facial expression, like their communication with each other was on point. Like they like, oh, I'm making these weird faces now, so enjoy it. But
you could tell there's parts in the movie they don't even speak. They're communicating with their faces. And you're right there along with it, like subtitles are on the screen.
Yeah, and like this is something you'll see in reaction in real life too. Like there's a real life moment. You're like, yeah, I can see two people having a conversation like that, and their faces like, I
don't think I'm comfortable.
What is this? What is that? Like without saying what is this? What is that? Like they especially that one scene, they really did that well without legit saying it. When like have you watched Galaxy of the Galaxy?
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
Yep.
They straight up said penis in the movie. Like straight up said like, does he have a penis? He's like, yes, I have. But in this movie, there's a scene, we won't get to it, but like it comes a situation like that comes up and they couldn't say it. They like for some reason, but their facial expressions did enough for you to say, yep.
And they kept the moment of it funny as well. Ali actually started the laughter in the theater on that part, because they made the comment and you went, huh, and then the girl next to me laughed and then somebody in the back laughed too. And I was like, oh yeah.
And then what character stood out the most to you in this movie?
What is his name? The I don't want to. He wasn't Arab, but he was skin tone was Arab. The driver of the car.
His name is. He plays Samir in the movie, but his name is like Said, S-A-I-D. Last name T-A-G-H-M-A-U. Sorry, M-A-O-U-I. So Said.
Said with a T. Played his. I think by far without, because. You can't throw the spotlight right onto the main people of the story. Like that's not who really holds the story together. Who holds the story together is those extras they bring in. Yeah,
which we didn't explain who they was. So Saeed, once against World War II, Wonder Woman trying to end the war. So is Steve, who's the pilot that Wonder Woman found in the island.
He's the British pilot.
The British pilot. They go back and get a ragtag team together, like one of those, another movie again. Where let's get a team. We're gonna go on this mission.
You might not make it.
Every time there's another movie with this same theme. Gosh, can we get one movie that doesn't do that same thing?
And it's always the superhero that doesn't really need the team, because like Wonder Woman could have done this all on her own. On her own, and she brought a team in.
Well, she didn't really want to bring the team. Like she was trying to lead she wanted to do this by herself. But Steve was like, "No, you can't go by yourself. I'm bringing a team."
She really wouldn't have known what to do without him, though.
That's true.
That's kind of like they were support the entire way because Wonder Woman doesn't know Earth at all.
And the team member that Antoine was talking about was the driver. He was a guy who was also really quick-witted, speak with his tongue.
Yeah. He was the mouthpiece of the group. And that's what they grabbed him for.
Exactly. And you enjoy his character in the movie too. Like his character is not a bad character at all. Like I actually enjoyed him. And
funny.
A lot of the audience did too. A lot of the audience laughed at stuff he said.
Yeah.
The villain in this movie, who
played his role well.
There's actually really two of them. In a sense, this movie is kind of like a live action video game, to be honest. Because you had the beginning of the origins, like in the video game to start off. Then you had the battle scenes. And then you had the villain area, like the boss fight. Then you get the big boss fight.
Yeah.
So,
I beat the boss, now I won. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, but, wait. Yeah. So, the villain's name's Ares in this movie. I'm not going to explain who Ares is. He's more of like an ideology in this movie. But they talk about him in, I can't really say who he played by.
Ares,
because
you know the story, the origin. Yeah, the origin of Ares is he's the Greek god of war. This actually shined a little bit more light onto the Greek story. I'm a big fan of Greek stories. And when I've read about Ares, I never read that he was the one who started the war. I just read he was the god of war. I never read that he led an outrage against Zeus, and that's what caused like people to go that way. So basically, what they say is that Ares fought Zeus, causing Zeus to create a weapon alongside the Amazons that could stop Ares. And you end up meeting Ares in the movie, but they introduce him in multiple ways. Yeah. He's not just one character. He's introduced in multiple ways, and the way they brought that together is the biggest plot twist of the movie, because you understand that it was all Ares, but it wasn't Ares alone.
It's really interesting. We're not gonna spoil that for you. But the main villain is played by.
Talking about Ludendorff.
Yeah. Ludendorff. Danny Huston. Is it Huston? Huston? That's not
I don't know, but he's a famous guy. He's a really good actor, actually.
He's been in, you ever watch X-Men Origin Story, Wolverine Origins? He was the bad guy
Stryker.
in that movie.
That's it.
Stryker. That's why I was like, oh, it's Stryker. And he holds his character well in this movie. Like, Perfect. He is the bad. Stryker, though, in X-Men Origins, though, Wolverine Origins, he was that pseudo bad guy. Like, he was like, I'm here to help you out. Plot twist. I am the bad guy.
I have a super something for the super fans now, because you reminded me that Stryker. I got something for the super fans on the spoiler.
Okay, and then in this, he's like the main bad. He's the face of the villain in this movie, and he does his job well. He also like just straight to the point. Like, let's know this war's not over.
Plays the same role.
Yeah, he does.
He's still the general leading. Yeah. And he plays the exact same role.
I wanted him to have more of a bigger fight scene. I thought he was actually like just gonna go all in. I was like, oh shoot, this is gonna be a big battle.
They did make it seem like he was gonna get knocked down in one punch though, and he put up a good fight.
Oh yeah,
that was decent.
Did. Well, when
yeah, I know. That's part of for the super fans.
Okay. So all right, let's rate this movie. Well, before we rate it, would you see this movie again?
Yes, I'd watch it again.
For me, I will watch it again, but give me a few months. I'll probably pick this up again. Should you go see this movie in theaters? Speaking of which,
does it count if I like spoil like the end?
No, don't spoil the end.
Okay.
Like,
well, I mean,
you said a third act, like how the third act.
No, not like I'm saying as far as like the end. Like would I go see it again in theaters for the credits, or would I go see it again in theaters for the actual story? Because you know how you watch some of those Marvel movies and you literally watch it for the end. And that's why you'd go see that movie again in theaters.
Oh, okay. Like the end credit scene,
yeah,
like the last secret scene. Well, because it's not a spoiler. This movie doesn't have an end secret scene, so do not.
Is that a spoiler?
Huh? That's not
telling them that it doesn't have that.
Most movies don't have it anyway, so it's not really a spoiler.
Okay, right.
So
so no, I wouldn't go see it again in theaters because it doesn't have that secret.
Well, no. We go see this again. Should people go see this movie in theaters?
Okay.
Or should you wait to DVD when this movie comes out?
It depends on how much of a fan you are. If you truly claim yourself a DC fan, and when that question of Marvel versus DC gets brought up to you, and you jump to DC, then wait for the DVD. Don't go to the theaters, because you'll want to sit there and really analyze the movie. You'll want to be able to watch it 3 times in a row. I would go see this movie sometime later this week. I wouldn't wait a full month to go see it again. I'd go see it again just to check out some other parts of the movie that I possibly missed. I didn't fall asleep in the movie. There's parts that you might think about it, but I didn't fall asleep in the movie.
Which actually made me bring it up when you brought that up. Like, he's like, and then like he brought to the end scene, so like that time. Like about to say you fall asleep. This movie is 2 hours and 21 minutes long. So you go watch the movie, prepare to sit through a movie.
Don't get comfortable in your seat. I reclined my chair back, got my feet all kicked up, was enjoying the intro to the movie, and was enjoying the movie, and I started feeling the sleepiness come over me, so I had to start eating my popcorn, stuffing my face more, and I'm like, no, I'm not missing Wonder Woman. Become the wonder that is woman, you know? Don't do that to me.
My opinion, you should go see this movie in theaters. You're not gonna miss anything. you're not gonna miss anything. To be honest, like I'm not saying this is a bad movie. I'm just saying like if you're expecting to get some plot holes from Batman vs Superman to lead up to Justice League, you're not gonna get it. So I would say, to be honest, just my honest opinion, you can wait till the movie comes out on DVD to watch it.
Now you got to give us your grade.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
That's the next thing coming up.
Yeah.
You can wait till DVD till the movie comes out. But like he said, if you're a really big superhero fan and you want to see Wonder Woman portrayed on the big screen, go to the movie theater. But to me, my opinion, you can wait. You can wait. Grading time. 8 through 12, plus and minuses do count. What would you grade this movie?
76% C+.
C plus?
Definitely.
Throughout the movie, I thought about this. I was like, after the second act, I was like, oh man, this movie's a solid B. This is a B. This is solid. After the third act, this movie is now C plus for me too. I will put that there. Yeah, I would put that there.
Have you ever seen League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yes.
That is how I felt about this movie.
Really? I enjoyed it.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was an A- to me.
Really?
That's because of the time period of it. Like, with it being as old as it was, they still had great graphics and...
we should do a movie review on that one together then.
Yeah.
That'd be our next
love
one.
that movie.
Yeah. Because I enjoyed that movie too as a kid, but I gotta go back and rewatch it again. So we should definitely do a movie review on that later. Yeah, definitely do that one later. Probably August maybe.
I'm down.
All right.
Yeah.
Cause I need to do Scott Pilgrim versus the World with Tyreek.
Oh, that should be a good one. He loves that movie.
Or we should get 3. Have you seen it?
I've seen it. Tyreek is definitely the better person to review that because I'm not like I'm a video game guy, Code 9 gaming, but boy, let me tell you.
Well, that's not before we get to that. I definitely need to do that. I might have you come on to do like a triple threat on that. But that's it for the movie review, guys. Movie showdowns of Wonder Woman. You saw what we thought. This also be on the podcast version, so you'll hear what we think.
C+.
So we're done for now. See you in the next episode of Spoilers Review.
Yeah.
Also, guys, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And see you next time and keep being awesome. Hey guys, thank you for watching this episode of Movie Showdowns. I really appreciate it. If you really like this episode, please give it a like if you're watching this on Facebook. Also, if there's a movie you want me to watch in the future or want me to debate or break it down with a friend in the future, please put it in the comment section below. And if you really enjoyed it, please share it with friends and family in the hope that they enjoy it too. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. And if you're watching this episode on YouTube and you really enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Is there a movie you want me to watch in the future? Please put it in the comment section below. If you want more content, please click on subscribe. Lastly, follow me on Snapchat here, follow me on Instagram there for more daily content. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. See you next time.